Brought to you by Penguin.
We can do better than this. 35 Voices on the Future of LGBTQ+ Rights. Edited by me, Amelia Abraham. This book contains accounts that may make for difficult listening. The issues covered include hate crimes, mental health, medical treatment, sex and relationships, and substance abuse. With this audiobook is an accompanying PDF with a list of UK and international organisations who offer support and guidance for members of the LGBTQ+ community. We hope this note helps you navigate the audiobook. Every effort has been made to ensure that the information contained in this book is correct, but it should not in any way be substituted for professional or medical advice. A note from me, the editor. LGBTQ+ has been used throughout this book as a shorthand for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and other identity categories, like intersex and asexual. When speaking about a specific subsection of the LGBTQ+ community, writers have referred to that group directly. Queer is mostly used as an umbrella term for the various identities that fall under the LGBTQ+ banner. But of course, queer means different things to different people. I hope those meanings become clear in context. On a couple of occasions within this book, names or other minor details have been changed or omitted to protect privacy. Introduction, written and read by me, Amelia Abraham. While researching contributors for this book, I found myself lying in bed watching a YouTube video on my phone. In it, a beautiful girl with long brown hair and thick false eyelashes is standing on the set of a Brazilian TV talent show, singing her heart out to Whitney Houston's I Have Nothing. She hits every note perfectly, Whitney-esque with a hint more camp. I was transfixed, and the audience is too. At the end of the performance, they rise to their feet and rapturously applaud her. She is Pablo Vittar, a gender-fluid drag queen from a small town in northern Brazil, making her debut performance. In the years since 2014, when the video came out, Pablo has become one of the biggest pop stars in Brazil. Yet, it's also the country with the highest homicide rate of LGBTQ+ people in the world, with hundreds of deaths each year. You may or may not have heard of Pablo, but I'm sharing her story because it demonstrates the disconnect between the top-level visibility and acceptance of some aspects of queer culture, the queer musicians with millions of fans, or the trans models who feature on the cover of magazines, for example, and the way that so many people within the LGBTQ+ community are still treated at street level or behind closed doors. When we look at queer progress, we see pride celebrations, same-sex kisses in music videos and films, or LGBTQ+ people winning awards. We see queer happiness, queer love, and queer success stories. And we should. Those things are vital and intrinsic parts of our lives. But what we see and hear about less is what it's like to be queer in parts of the world without LGBTQ+ rights on paper, and where lives are under threat. Or the lasting effects of shame and stigma in places where we are supposedly accepted. We might see news stories and Instagram posts, but we do not always hear queer people's experiences of discrimination firsthand, in a way that is non-essentializing and nuanced. It is rarer still to learn what we can do about all of this, how we make it better. In a bid to counter that, this book brings together a range of different queer voices, from activists to actors, writers to performers, artists to academics, and asks them, if you could change something to make life better for LGBTQ+ people, what would it be? And what are some of your ideas for getting there? By virtue of having a platform, many of the contributors have found a certain degree of privilege compared to other queer people, but it felt important to ask them to use those platforms to shed a light on what others are still going through. While they may be from disparate backgrounds and disciplines, everyone in this book has something in common. They really, truly care about the well-being of LGBTQ.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?